Aquarius, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. Here we go. Aquarius. Ooh. Wow. 6 cards and 3 of them are pentacles. So when we're dealing with the pentacles, we're dealing with resources. Resources are health, wealth, or time management. Okay? So moving into your hopes, you have the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. You are taking a slow, systematic approach in managing your resources, and you're hoping to stay within this energy. You're looking for your resources to grow, aren't we all? But more importantly, you are strategically planning everything out and making sure that you're slowly headed in the right direction because you foresee obstacles and you want the time to adjust before you hit those obstacles. So I like that. In your fears category, you kind of feel like you don't have enough resources to go around and complete what you're strategizing, what you're looking for. So you're hoping for everything to grow, but you don't have the right amount to start with. So that is your first obstacle moving forward. And you kind of feel like you aren't going to pull everything together in time in order to get everything working the way you want it to. The reality of the situation is that the planning stage is over and it is time for action. You've already set some things in motion and the clock itself is ticking and you are actually very much aware of that. When it comes to resources, it could be different. It could be finances for people. This could be about investment. But for some reason, I'm getting a very heavy feeling of health. So let me put that into perspective. You have a plan to get in better health, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's dealing with an ailment, whether you were just diagnosed with something, whatever it is, you're like, okay, I have a plan and I'm going to get better at this particular thing. I'm going to make sure that I take better care of myself. But you fear you're off to such a late start that the obstacle ahead is very, very difficult and that this slow pace may not cut it. So the reality of the situation is, like I said, that clock is ticking and time to take action is now. Because if you sit back in the planning stages for even longer, the problem will only get worse before it gets better. That could go for finances too. You're very sensitive and defensive about this. It's almost like you don't want to share this information with anybody. You don't want to talk about it with anybody. This is something that you want to do for yourself. You're in charge of it. You want to make it happen. You want to be the person who decides from point A all the way through. Very stubborn in this energy, Aquarius. And you're worried because this is about inner conflict. So you are stubborn and you are worried. You feel that you want to do it all by yourself, all for yourself. And you're very, very defensive when others try to give you advice in this area. With that being said, I'm not going to give you advice in this area. I think that the systematic approach is the best way to go. So I'm going to let you work through this problem by just laying out what the problem is. It's true. You should have started this sooner. But this still tells me you're capable of success. You just might not meet the deadlines that you're setting for yourself. So the pressure that you're putting, or the pressure that you're putting on yourself, is the worst of all. And that's why you don't want anyone to interfere. You have a good plan, Aquarius, but you're putting far too much pressure on yourself than you need right now, especially if this is concerning health. The idea is, well, I said I wasn't going to give advice, but now here it is. Open mouth, insert foot. As long as you're doing just a little bit better than you did yesterday, you're on the right path. Start there and move forward. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I'll see you guys next week.